गुड इवनिंग फ्रेंड्स। आज का हमारा टॉपिक है फॉल्ट करंट। तो आज हम बात करेंगे फॉल्ट करंट के बारे में। व्हाट इज फॉल्ट करंट, फ्रॉम वेयर दिस फॉल्ट करंट कम्स, व्हाट इज द सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ फॉल्ट करंट, एंड इज देयर एनी मेथड बाय व्हिच वी कैन रिड्यूस द फॉल्ट करंट ऑफ द सिस्टम। तो फर्स्ट वी विल टॉक ऑफ फॉल्ट करंट। फॉल्ट करंट क्या चीज़ है, कहाँ से आता है? तो क्या है, अपना नॉर्मली क्या होता है, वी हैव अ 3 फेज सिस्टम RYB। हमारा ये RYB 3 फेज सिस्टम है। ये हेल्दी चलता रहता है, कहीं कोई फॉल्ट नहीं है, सारा कुछ नॉर्मल है। तो हमारा सिस्टम क्या बोलते हैं, स्टेबल है, और कोई सिस्टम में फॉल्ट नहीं है और सिस्टम नॉर्मल चल रहा है। लेकिन क्या होता है, सिस्टम है, देयर कैन बी फॉल्ट्स। मान लीजिए लाइन टू ग्राउंड फॉल्ट हो सकता है, 2 लाइन आपस में शॉर्ट हो सकती हैं, तीनों लाइन आपस में शॉर्ट हो सकती हैं, 2 लाइन शॉर्ट होके आपका ग्राउंड हो सकता है। तो देयर आर मेनी टाइप ऑफ फॉल्ट्स इन द सिस्टम। लाइन में हो सकता है, बस में हो सकता है, इक्विपमेंट में हो सकता है, इक्विपमेंट की वाइंडिंग में हो सकता है। देयर कैन बी फॉल्ट इन एनीवेयर। तो हमारे लाइन में किसी भी टाइप का फॉल्ट हो सकता है, और जब फॉल्ट होगा तो देयर विल बी फ्लो ऑफ फॉल्ट करंट। वो फॉल्ट करंट कहाँ से फ्लो होगा? फॉल्ट करंट जो हमारा सोर्स है, फ्रॉम वेयर वी आर गेटिंग द पावर, उस सोर्स से आपका इस सिस्टम में फॉल्ट फीड होगा। और फॉल्ट का मैग्नीट्यूड किस पे डिपेंड करेगा? सोर्स पे डिपेंड करेगा। जितना हैवी सोर्स रहेगा उतना ज़्यादा आपका फॉल्ट का मैग्नीट्यूड रहेगा। तो हमारा सबसे जो फॉल्ट होता है, जो हम लोग बात करते हैं फॉल्ट करंट के सिस्टम में, कि हमारे सिस्टम का ये फॉल्ट करंट है, दैट इज हमारा RYB अगर है 3 फेज, RYB अगर डेड शॉर्ट सर्किट हो जाता है किसी रीजन से, ग्राउंड नहीं हुआ है, डेड शॉर्ट सर्किट हो गया है, इस केस में यहाँ से जो करंट फ्लो करेगा IF, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज द मैक्सिमम फॉल्ट करंट। इसी को हम लोग कंसीडर करते हैं किसी भी सिस्टम में। जब हम फॉल्ट करंट की बात करते हैं तो हम इसी सिस्टम की बात करते हैं कि अगर हमारा 3 फेज सिस्टम किसी कारण से अगर डेड शॉर्ट सर्किट हो जाता है, उस समय जो मैक्सिमम करंट फ्लो करता है, दैट इज कॉल्ड एज फॉल्ट करंट ऑफ द सिस्टम। हमको इसी की बात करनी है और सारी चीजें हम इसी के बेस पे करेंगे। तो अब हम बात करते हैं फॉल्ट करंट आया कैसे। हम लोग नॉर्मली बात करते हैं कि हमारे सिस्टम का फॉल्ट करंट 25 किलो एम्पियर है, हमारे सिस्टम का फॉल्ट करंट 30 किलो एम्पियर है, हमारे सिस्टम का फॉल्ट करंट 35 किलो एम्पियर है, हमारे सिस्टम का फॉल्ट करंट 50 किलो एम्पियर है। तो जो भी हम इस नंबर की बात करते हैं, दैट नंबर कम्स फ्रॉम द कैलकुलेशन। देयर इज नो स्टैंडर्ड वैल्यू फॉर एनी सिस्टम। ये हम नहीं कह सकते कि 33 kV सिस्टम का यही फॉल्ट करंट होगा, 132 kV सिस्टम का यही फॉल्ट करंट होगा, 220 kV सिस्टम का यही फॉल्ट करंट होगा। फॉल्ट करंट विल कम फ्रॉम द कैलकुलेशन, और वो कैलकुलेशन कहाँ से आएगा? व्हाट इज द सोर्स, व्हाट इज द इम्पीडेंस ऑफ द सोर्स, एंड ऑल these things will contribute to the fault current. And today I will cover 4 topics. What is fault current, significance of fault current, how this fault current comes into picture, and is there any method by which we can reduce the fault current. In this presentation I will not tell you how to calculate the fault current because it is a lengthy process, and I will cover it in my next session. So by that time you understand what is fault current and how it comes. So I am just telling you one example. Suppose this is a 220 kV bus. It can be a 400 kV bus, it can be a 765 kV bus, it can be a 132 kV bus. So when I am talking of this 220 kV bus and I am asking somebody ki what is the fault current of this bus, so he should not answer ki this is the fault current of this bus. What he has to ask, what is the source of power for this bus? There should be some source for this bus. So what is the source? Maybe some generator is connected to this bus. Maybe it is this power in the bus is coming from the grid. There can be 2 sources. Either the power is coming from the grid or some other substation, or the power is coming through generator along with the step-up transformer, and the power is coming here, and from grid feeder power is coming here. So there can be 2 sources of power, 3, 4 sources. There may be 1 generator, there can be 2 generator, there can be 3 generator. So we have to see the source of power which is feeding to this bus. If suppose there is 1 generator, 1 transformer, fault current of this bus will be less. If there are 2 generators connected in parallel to this bus, fault current will get doubled. If the three generators are connected, then the fault current will be 3 times of the fault current when it is fed by the one generator. अगर एक जनरेटर इस फॉल्ट को फीड कर रहा था और तीनों जनरेटर मिलकर अगर इस बस में कहीं पे फॉल्ट हो जाता है 3 फेज सर्किट, तो जो फॉल्ट यहाँ पे आएगा फॉल्ट करंट दैट विल बी, इससे अगर केवल फीड होगा तो सपोज करिए इट इज IF, अगर इन तीनों से मिला के फीड होगा तो देन इट इज 3IF, 3 टाइम्स ऑफ IF हो जाएगा अगर ये तीन जनरेटर इस बस से कनेक्टेड हैं और इस बस में 3 फेज डेड शॉर्ट सर्किट फॉल्ट होता है तो द मैग्नीट्यूड विल बी 3 टाइम्स। तो क्या चीज चेंज हुआ? Voltage of the bus is 220 kV only the source is changing. The source is single, double, triple. So only the source is changing, and as the source is changing, it is multiplying the fault current. The fault current is increasing. So that you have to keep in mind. What is affecting the fault current is the source which is connected to this bus. The number of sources are more, the fault current will be more. And suppose it has contributed 3 fault current. Now if suppose grid is also connected to this bus and we are taking power from the grid and we are also giving to the power to the grid, मतलब this source is two way, मतलब it is not a outgoing feeder, it is a source through which we can take the power and we can give the power. Both ways it can be done. So again it's a source of fault. It is a source of fault. This grid can also feed the fault in the bus. If there is a fault in 220 kV bus, this grid is also a source for the power. And now what will happen? These 3 generators plus the fault current fed by this grid source is also added in this bus fault current. So the fault current of the bus will be 1 generator plus 1 generator plus 1 generator plus grid. These are the 4 sources which will feed to the fault if there is a 3-phase dead short circuit. So total fault current will be calculated by this. We have to take all 4 sources into picture. We have to find this fault current, this fault current, this fault current and this fault current. We have to calculate all these 4 fault currents and then we will add it up. Then what is the fault current of the system? We will note down here. Suppose this calculation comes around 28 kA, so we will note down 20 kA for this bus. I am not talking of Avi, I am not calculating the fault current on actual, so I am not taking the rating of any of the generator and not the grid. I am just telling you how the fault current comes. This number of sources are increasing, fault current is increasing. Now the fault current of this 220 kV bus is 28 kA by calculation. It comes and हमने यहाँ लिख दिया कि it is 28 kA. Now up with this 220 kV bus, suppose we are stepping down this to another voltage. So suppose we are stepping it down by 2 transformers. We have kept 2 transformers here and we are stepping it down to, suppose we are stepping it down to 33 kV. So these are the breakers at 220 kV. This transformer is 220 kV by 33 kV. This transformer is also 220 kV by 33 kV. What is the rating of the transformer? I am not talking at present because I am not calculating the actual fault current here. I am telling you just what will be how the fault current comes. So now this 33 kV bus. Now we will talk what will be the fault current of at this 33 kV bus. So now the fault current at this 33 kV bus has nothing to do with this generator, this generator, this generator. Okay. We have nothing to do with these sources. Now these sources we are feeding the power up to 220 kV only. These are not responsible for the fault in 33 kV. Although these are the sources, this is required because power is coming from these sources only, but these sources are not contributing to the fault current at 33 kV. These generators and grid were responsible for the fault current of this 220 kV bus and up to the input of this transformer. After this, the fault current will change. Once we will talk of this 33 kV bus, and what is the source at this 33 kV bus? These 2 transformers are the source at this 33 kV bus. ये जो 33 kV 2220 kV by 33 ट्रांसफार्मर है, इसका एक रेटिंग होगा. सपोज द रेटिंग इज x and x. तो अभी ये और ये जो इनका रेटिंग है, बेस्ड ऑन दिस रेटिंग द फॉल्ट करंट ऑफ दिस विल बी डिसाइडेड. इसका हमको रेटिंग चाहिए, हमको इसका परसेंटेज इम्पीडेंस चाहिए. ये हमें 2 चीज पता हो जाएगा. देन व्हाट विल हैपन, वी कैन कैलकुलेट द फॉल्ट एट 33 kV bus. Suppose we have calculated with one transformer, suppose it is coming 15 kA and with this transformer it is coming 15 kA. Suppose there is a bus coupler in between this. So what will happen? This bulb, if suppose we are not connecting the bus coupler, suppose we are saying we will not connect the bus coupler, then what will be the fault current of this bus? 15 kiloampere. What is the fault current of this bus? 15 kiloampere. But suppose if there is a bus coupler and we have a provision in future we can connect, we can parallel the transformer, then in that case what will happen? The fault current of the bus will automatically become 30 kiloampere, because this 15 kiloampere, this 15 kiloampere will add up and the fault current will be 30 kiloampere. So now you can see what is happening. The fault at this 220 kV bus is 28 kiloampere, here it is 30 kiloampere. So some people ask, sir, the fault current at 220 kV bus is 28 kiloampere, then how it can be more at 33 kV? So I am clearly telling you there is no relation of the fault current at 220 kV bus and 33 kV bus, because the source at both the buses are different. So don't get confused. 220 kV bus will have a separate fault current with different sources. 33 kV bus have a different fault current with different sources. Here the source is only these two transformers. So only these two transformers will contribute to this bus. If suppose you say one feeder is connected, it is going to somewhere in some other substation or somewhere it is going. If it is the outgoing feeder, the fault current will remain same. If it is a incoming outgoing feeder, means it can feed the power and it can take the power, then what will happen? This source and fault current we have to know from where this power is connected. If suppose it can feed the power to this bus and there is a fault here, three-phase dead short circuit, then what will happen? 30 kiloampere with these two sources, and suppose it is contributing 10 kiloampere during the fault, then net fault current of this bus will be 40 kiloampere. I am telling you just for the example, don't get confused. Source adding, if it is a source along with the load, then it can feed the fault. It will act as a source during the fault and it will feed the fault, and the net fault at this bus will be now 40 kiloampere, which was earlier 30 kiloampere with these two transformers. This you keep in mind very well. The sources are adding up in the bus, fault current is increasing. This is a very important thing which has everybody is having doubt how fault current increases. This is the source. You add the sources, fault current will automatically increase. There is no calculation. डायरेक्ट कैलकुलेशन नहीं है. इट इज कमिंग फ्रॉम द सोर्सेज व्हिच आर फीडिंग द पावर. सपोज हम इसको हटा दिया, नहीं दिखा रहे हैं, देन व्हाट विल हैपन? देन इट इज अगेन जो इन दो सोर्सेज से आया इट इज 30 किलो एम्पियर. नाउ व्हाट विल हैपन? सपोज अगेन वी आर रिड्यूसिंग इट 33 टू 415 वोल्ट और सम अदर वोल्टेज. So again we have transformers like this. Suppose we are having 4 transformers which are converting 33 kV to 415 volt. It can convert it to 6.6 volt. It can convert it to 11 kV volt. It depends what is the requirement at this voltage. Okay, so suppose I am saying it is a 415 volt bus. I am directly converting this transformer. This is 33 kV transformer by 415 volt transformer. This is all are 33 kV by 415 volt. 33 kV by 415 volt and 33 kV by 415 volt. 4 breakers are there in the incoming, 4 breakers are there in the outgoing. So now what is the fault current of this 415 volt bus? Now again same thing. This source has nothing to do with the fault current of this bus. What is the source of this fault current for this bus? Are these 4 transformers, 1, 2, 3, 4. If suppose there is a bus coupler between 2, then and you are not closing this bus coupler, then these 2 transformers will contribute to the fault to this bus. These 2 transformers will contribute fault to this bus. If suppose you say only we will keep 2 transformers in the picture, we will never switch on the 4 transformers at a time, then fault current will be contributed by only these 2 transformers. If suppose you say in future we can connect all the 4 transformers in parallel, we can close the bus coupler during requirement. Moment you are closing, suppose for 10 seconds you are closing, for 15 seconds you are momentarily closing this breaker, then for that time also you have to consider that during momentary paralleling you are at risk. The fault current will be this plus this, fault current will be double. So suppose you, by calculation the fault current is coming suppose 56 kiloampere. Now what will happen? You will again say how fault current at 415 volt can be 56 kiloampere. I am again tell you fault current at different buses are different in the same system. because the source is changed. Here the source is this, here the source is this, here the source are these four transformers. The voltage level is less, so the current magnitude can be higher here. So you have to keep in mind, the more the sources, the more will be the fault current. The moment you are increasing the sources, the fault current will increase. I am not considering of the load, because there may be some transformers connected here, some motors may be connected here, some load may be connected, but the loads are not contributing to the fault current. Here in 415 volt there may be 100 of loads connected to this, but these loads are not contributing to the fault current. What is contributing to the fault current is only the source. These four transformers which are connected to this 33 kV bus, these are taking the power from this bus and is connected here. If there is a fault in this bus, so what will happen? These four transformers, if this bus coupler is closed, this four transformer is contributing 56 kA. If there is a dead short circuit, this 56 kA will throw the fault current will be 56 kA if all these four transformers are on and there is a dead short circuit fault. If suppose one transformer was off at that time, the fault current will be 14 for the 56, so fault current will be only 42 kA. If suppose during the fault two transformers were off, then the fault current maximum will flow is 28 kA. So it is very clear. If number of sources are less, fault current is less. If number of sources are more, fault current is more. You should be very precise. If suppose this is connected to a 400 kV bus, the fault current of that 400 kV bus is again different from these three buses, because we have to see what is the what is the source of the power for that 400 kV bus. So these sources which are connected to the bus are responsible for the fault current of the bus, and so the fault current may be different at different locations. It depends on what is the source which is feeding to the power. So don't get confused with the magnitude of the fault current. It will come from the calculation, and that calculation is what is the source of the power connected to that bus. So if there is any doubt, you can ask me during that time. Now, what is the significance of fault current? Why we need to calculate this fault current? अगर मान लिया हम बोलते हैं हमने नहीं कैलकुलेट किया, but we have a breaker, we have a relay, हमारा तो लगा fault होगा, clear कर देगा. तो now what is the significance? इसका significance क्या है? Suppose there is a fault current of 28 kA. यहाँ पे हमारा पता चल रहा है कि इसका fault current calculation से 28 kA आ रहा है. तो हमको क्या करना पड़ेगा? When we will talk of this 33 kV 220 kV breaker का हम जब बात करेंगे, तो वी विल टेक केयर इन माइंड कि हमारा जो ब्रेकर का रेटिंग है, हमारा जो यहाँ पे सीटी लगा होगा, ये सीटी का जो रेटिंग है, दैट रेटिंग जो हम बोलते हैं शॉर्ट टाइम करंट, एसटीसी रेटिंग, शॉर्ट टाइम करंट रेटिंग, शॉर्ट सर्किट करंट रेटिंग जो हम बात करते हैं, दैट शुड बी क्वाइट हायर देन दिस 20 kA. तो हम जब यहाँ पे ब्रेकर की बात करेंगे तो मिनिमम हम बोलेंगे कि हमको यहाँ पे 30.5 kA ब्रेकर चाहिए, 30.5 kA शॉर्ट सर्किट रेटिंग का ब्रेकर चाहिए, 1.5 kA शॉर्ट सर्किट रेटिंग का हमको करंट ट्रांसफार्मर चाहिए. सो दिस इज द सिग्निफिकेंस ऑफ द फॉल्ट करंट. जब हम इस बस की बात करेंगे, दिस बस शुड आल्सो बी डिजाइन, आइसोलेटर रखेंगे, दैट हैज टू बी डिजाइन, एवरीथिंग हैज टू बी डिजाइन फॉर दिस फॉल्ट करंट. इससे हम ऊपर का रेटिंग का ही इक्विपमेंट सिलेक्शन करेंगे, सो दैट इफ देयर इज अ फॉल्ट, द इक्विपमेंट व्हिच आर इंस्टॉल्ड हियर शुड बी कैपेबल ऑफ सक्सेसफुली क्लियरिंग द फॉल्ट, सो दैट इक्विपमेंट्स आर सेफ. Now, what is the same thing here? It is here you are seeing 30 kA. So if we are going to select the equipment, it's better we will go for 40 kA short circuit current rating. If here we suppose we have calculated 56 kA, so here we will go for 65 kA short circuit current rating for the breaker, as current transformer and PTs and all this. So for equipment selection at particular voltage, you should know the fault current of the system. And if suppose you are going to set the relays, in that case, in this setting you have to take care. What you have to take care? If you are setting the instantaneous setting, then you should know the fault current so that you can set the better value. And last one, how you can minimize the fault current. So there is only one method by which you can reduce the fault current. Is either you run the system in parallel, instead of parallel you run individually, or if in extreme case you have to install the series reactor in the circuit, that I will tell you during the actual calculation of the fault current. So that's it. If you have any query, you can write me on the comment box. I will answer all your questions. Thank you friends.